I don't really have any. I have Antarctic Peninsula. Kings Row was it? Was when shit started to go downhill.
I don't know if I want to look over KR specifically because a lot of that was just team macro.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at a bunch of these. I'm like, this is just mostly team stuff. Because Antarctic was also just big team stuff. Kind of just brawl, you hold W.
And there's two maps I want to go over with the team overall, and that's Thursday Junkertown and Thursday Ilios. So maybe we could do one of those.
Yeah.
And then there's also Friday Shambali and Friday KR, but I don't want to go over those in one-on-ones really.
What about Esperanza?
From which one?
From this week.
That doesn't help.
We played.
That does not help.
XZZ G66. One day ago, Friday.
All right. I don't want to go over that one because that was just a comp diff.
Okay. Okay, we can probably just go over one of ones that you picked out, I guess. Because I don't have. I didn't save anything. I keep forgetting.
Let's go over Junkertown. Thursday Junkertown.
Okay. I would like to go over a ball comp one. If...
That is Junkertown.
Okay.
Welcome to Junkertown.
Alright, so our comp is pretty good into what they're playing. The only real issue is going to be the Widow, but like I said, we have the ball and the Tracer to kind of harass her and keep the focus off of you. So the number one things looking into this, Liz complained a lot about like how you were like playing like around her, right? So I want to take a look at that. That's like one of the biggest things I want to work on today.
Okay.
So sometimes it's not going to be your fault. Sometimes it might be your fault. We'll take a look.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know how to play with
textbook engage. Pocket. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna take a look at that. I want to set this to 10. It didn't work. I love this game. Can it just work? Is that possible? Okay, there we go.
I don't really think so.
This is really good staging. We know that they have people over here. Like we know that they want to have people playing this angle. And we know that we know where their Widow is because we scouted, right?
I did not know where the Widow was.
I mean, they just shot, right? So you have a general idea, right? Like they're over on the other side of the map. They're not like playing this like high ground or like back here, right? So you have a general idea of where they're going to be, and you have a general idea of where their supports are playing. So what we want to do is, this is actually perfect what you do here. You want to stage so you can get on the supports without taking a lot of poke from their Widow or playing in like really high like open LOS, because you're going to get shot and you're going to die. So by playing this area here, this is actually a really good engage. And I like that we timed this very well. This was just a very good engage from our team. The slam, the sticky, and then the Mercy just dies, right? So it was really good. There was a really good opening. And at the same time, Joy pressures this Zen, and he dies as well. So very well played. Liz is barely alive. Alright, so we won the first fight, which is really good. How do we want to set up for the next fight? You want to be able to kind of do the same thing, right? You want to be able to get engage on the supports from a space where you can do that without taking a lot of damage. So where do you think you're going to set up here?
I was just setting up here because this denies the Widow from getting long sightlines.
I don't mind this. This is fine. But I would have liked to see you already try and take the high ground, because you don't want to have to burn fly every time. Like, you can be where your Tracer is right now. Or setting up here, like somewhere like... Ideally, you could be like somewhere like up here, you know? Like, they're probably not going to like really check this that heavily, because they're going to be like... they're going to be kind of like AFK walking back from spawn, you know? Like, by the time they get here, they're in your kill zone. So, like, if you're already over here, you're in a really good position to be able to, like, engage on this. So I would rather see you up on the high ground already.
Okay.
You had the idea, and then you burned fly for no reason.
Quite the boost.
Nice.
I lost the mercy for a second.
Also nice. Okay, this is fine generally. This was like the first point and the second point were really good until we hit third point. So there's probably not going to be much that we can talk about. But I do want to point out like what is like why we succeeded so well is because we staged properly.
Yeah.
Bait recall, that's fine. You need to be careful about flying up when you don't have the mercy pocket into the Ana. The Ana can 3-tap you, and if you get pressured by anyone else, you're gonna die really fast.
I was completely unaware that I did not have a mercy pocket here.
That's something you have to pay attention to then.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Liz gets caught out by the Ana here.
I'm not used to having a mercy pocket most of the time, so I just don't really play with that in mind.
Look at this LOS that like you fly into. You have to be very careful. If this Ana hits that shot, you're dead.
Yeah. Really like this Ana too.
It is kind of your job in this comp to be pressuring the Pharah.
Yeah.
No one else can really do it effectively. It's gonna be mostly your job. That's a good beam. That's a fine trade. I'll take it.
Probably should be looking to far there now.
I think you did fine. You killed the Resing Mercy. Like, if you let that res get off, it's effectively like by stopping that res, you're effectively killing 2 people in a way, you know?
Yeah.
You need to stop staging on the low ground though. I don't like this. Nice. Did your job.
And Zapdos called up the monkey.
Alright, now you push up. And this is where things get interesting.
I held hold into Echo Copy for like 8 years here.
Oh, we'll see. Okay, this is free kill.
Yeah, and then here, I was trying
Don't
to...
leave your mercy. Alright, already this is already so much sloppier. Like, look at where we're engaging. Like, the team is very split here. We don't know what we're going on. We have 2 people. We have a Velking Mercy and a Zen on cart. We have our ball is slamming the Far Mercy. And their Ana is kind of like uncontested up here. I guess Joy is going for that right now. And you're just kind of shooting Winston. So like we have like 3 groups doing separate things. Support's pushing payload, ball engaging on Far Mercy, and then actually no, we have like 4 different groups because you're shooting the monkey. So like this is very split. This is really uncoordinated. So this is where things start to fall apart. Joy gets deleted.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure first 2 points, our comms are also not good, but we kind of we saw what each other were, what each other were doing. Is that grammar right? I don't know.
I don't know. I think first 2 points, the way you staged was really good. Then you get here, and then something just like there was like a switch that went off, and you guys just didn't stage properly or like coordinate your dive properly. I don't know what changed. I don't know what changed there.
So again, like first 2 points, we didn't calm either, but we kind of just like knew what each other were doing, and I kind of just played off of watching Harp roll in, and it was like that. So, but now I lost track of where Harp is, and I don't know where he's going for, and I don't know. I just stopped looking around for my team. Yeah.
Well, you have one coming back from spawn. You have one setting up for an engage, and then you have 3 just kind of in trank, like trying to survive.
I kind of just autopiloted here and stopped looking for where my team wants to be playing, I think. Or wants to like go on.
I don't like you shooting the Nano Winston here because you're not going to kill him.
And then I get to Diana really late.
Yeah, that's just like, we didn't know what we were shooting, right? So like there was a big disconnect within the team. If we know what we're shooting here, like this Ana was pretty free at the expense of like Joy and Zapdos.
All that learning paid
But
off.
if we can kill the Ana and keep her dead and then kill the Mercy next, like the Winston is primal. He's not gonna die. He's nanoed. He's not gonna die. We just can't look at him or we're wasting time. Like yeah, Zapdos might die, but if we can trade that, if we can trade the backline, because we actually have like a spawn advantage, right? The payload is still close to our spawn as opposed to theirs. We're in good shape.
Mm-hmm. I think it's stagger here.
That was a very good lesson. I like this.
An enemy here.
Hey, force the Winston out.
A lot of the time, I don't think on this map, but sometimes, when Liz goes for a res, I have no idea, and I kind of just go thinking I do have a mercy. So that's
Does
just
she
again-
comment or no?
No, Liz never called him to reses.
And I'll talk to her about that.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know, but I think I just kind of focus way too hard. I like a tunnel vision on killing things.
Once again, we're really split here, like with what we want to do.
Yeah.
So we have you two are shooting Mercy.
Where's Harp looking?
Harp is Harp. What
well.
are you looking at here?
Tracer.
Are you looking at Tracer here?
I think I'm just trying my best to get high ground.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, wait, you can looking and go into POV.
Yeah.
Easy. Where's bro peep? Oh. The
Bro
wall.
is peeping something. Okay, you're looking at Ana. You're looking at Mercy. Zapdos is dead. And Joy is looking at a wall. Okay, so the team was really split here. Like,
Oh, we
just-
have 3 people looking at wall.
Yeah.
I guess
Dominated.
like all of this sloppiness does probably fall to me because I need to like identify a kill box a lot better, and like usually it's gonna be whatever their supports are, especially their Ana if they have one. So if I can fix that, I think a lot of these problems get solved.
I think in general, we just need to be more coordinated on what targets we're picking. So like, it's not all your fault. I mean, yeah, like having that coordination will probably lead to more success, but I don't think putting all of the blame on you is really fair.
I appreciate that a lot actually because yeah, that means a lot to me that you put it that way because it is easy to like put it on other people and like especially if someone does take responsibility, but I think as the tank like just IGLing like I guess what the kill box is, I do need to do that. And like if for you Apollo, if like you don't know, like ask me, right? There's times like sometimes you ask a lot of questions, like it's really good because it kind of keeps me focused up and everything, right? So don't ever feel afraid to ask or hesitate asking.
I should also probably be like, wait, what the fuck is it? Like I'm looking to go on this person or like where I'm like pathing myself. I should also be doing that so you also have like a general idea of like where I can go. Yes, no, maybe so.
Yeah. I agree.
Potato.
All right,
I
so
love Zapdos.
something important here is that you heard this Winston. You know he's over here. And we talked to Harp and Slippy and I talked about this. So we know that they're setting up like something because we hear the Winston like looking to like get some kind of value over here, right? And it generally a Winston's not gonna just be scouting this. He kind of has more important things to do. Like they might send the Tracer up here if that's what they're doing. If they're just scouting where we're going, it's not gonna be the Winston. So we know something's up here. Like something's about to happen. So like just looking at like what just happens next. Yeah.
So I've had an ear infection for almost a year now. So sometimes when I hear something, Well, no, it's like it's better now because I can actually hear because I
okay.
switched from eardrops to like ear spray. Or something.
Yeah.
But like, so sometimes when I hear something, I don't really process that information because I'm like, I don't really know where that is because I can only hear out of my right ear. But now I can hear out of both ears. So
This is a bit of a troll because we really shouldn't be peeking this. Like we should like we know they're spamming this. We want to go lower. We want to force like we want to clear something, right? Like we know the Winston's over here. We want to clear this area so we can get our supports up on the high ground. And then we can like we have a much better space to engage. Like their Ana's over here. We can engage on the Ana. Once the Ana is out and we control this lane, our supports can posture on top of Fidget Spinner, and then we can control the rest of the map from here, right? So like that's what we want to be looking to do here. So like peeking, keep like the longer we spend peeking here, we're kind of gonna troll. And like
yeah,
this is just probably safer, even though it doesn't seem like it will be, because we can force the Winston out, right? Make sense?
would
Like, we want to control this lane. You could even just like all come out of spawn and just walk this way.
yeah,
to force high
that's
ground.
what I was thinking.
This is the safest option, but it's also going to take slightly longer.
Yeah, I think it's fine though because then our supports don't have to cross the main. Like,
Yeah, they don't take
Yeah,
they don't take as much spam. Once we go brig, like you can kind of walk across this and just use brig shield to get into this lane, so it's not as much of an issue. So your job is to kind of mark like Joy is gonna mark the tracer, and your job is to kind of mark the Pharah so that we can get through this space a little bit easier.
Yeah, so they don't fuck us up on the rotate.
Yeah. Winston jumps in.
I missed some shots.
Their dive is just better here, and we're already down Zapdos. Unlucky.
How can I
Yeah,
adjust?
I think I need to be thinking about like space more. And how that works. Because
That's like
sometimes I
most
need
players in Overwatch.
I need to like focus on how I can get my supports to an area. Or like help protect my supports better.
We're not winning that.
Yeah, I also hold on to copy for like 2 minutes.
I mean, there's no reason to copy that because they just burn Nano Primal, right? Like right
think
now,
I
their
should've-
ult economy is just better.
We also haven't
Swapping
done
off
anything in 2 minutes, to
better.
be fair, so
Yes,
there's
I
not really
agree.
a good opportunity for you to do it.
Would
Like
swapping
in
off,
order to get value out of your ult, we need space, and we don't have that right now. I don't think swapping off is gonna fix the problem. You could like try like a Sombra or a Reaper here. Reaper would not be bad here because you can force a Winston out really easily, but then the Pharah just goes uncontested, and that's gonna be a problem. So I think Echo is the right play.
Convene at the payload.
see me.
You didn't need to use fly there, and also I don't really like this engage.
Yeah, when I copied,
It's
I
not
was
terrible.
like, I copied. I was like, wait, I'm way too far.
Yeah, I would have used fly to get closer and then engaged.
Yeah, the copy was kind of just split second because I heard Harp going in. I was like, oh shit.
All
he's
right, so
going
once
in.
again, I want to point out what's happening. We have 3 people on cart while 2 of us are going in. Like there's just a giant disconnect with our entire team. We forced them out here. Like we should be walking high ground. Like our supports should be walking high ground. Joy can push cart. And then our supports can get on top of the fidget spinner, control this space here, and then look at what a great angle this is, right? There's no reason we should not be doing that.
I think a lot of people in like we don't know our roles in certain comps. Like something I learned like really recently is like how different characters can control, or like what like, or it kind of I was enlightened to the fact that different characters should be controlling different areas. Like Tracer controls the flank, and then like obviously the tank's probably gonna be controlling main. Like just different people. We have like full map coverage.
Yeah, I mean you want to apply pressure to as much space as
yeah.
possible so you can stop the other team from doing the same to you. Overwatch is a game about space.
Yeah, if you're playing somewhere, you're occupying space, and I was just. I think sometimes in our different comps, we don't know who should be occupying which space, and sometimes we like stack when we don't need to, and we just give like a certain area and let their supports rotate or something.
Yeah, like we should be on high ground here. We really should be on high ground here.
Yeah.
Like we don't need 3 people in the cart area. Like this is a kill box. Like once they get this high ground back, we're fucked. So I don't like this. I really just don't like this.
I feel like we also need to identify what their kill box should be and not just what our kill box is.
Yeah. And you need to understand that like as a team, we need to understand that going high ground is going to negate a lot of that. If we're sitting high ground here, it's so much harder for them to kill us because they have to use cooldowns to get to us. So Winston has to jump in, and then we have the Brig Whip, and we have the Zen Kick to knock him off. The Pharah has Barrage. We can kill her really fast, though, because she has to get up into a very exposed position. You can full sticky and start shooting her. Our Zen can Discord her and start shooting him. Like, our Brig can shield to try and, like, survive a little bit longer. Like, we have options here to counter the Pharah Barrage. It's not, like, an instant GG. I have seen Pharah die in Barrage a million times. But because we don't hold this space... She gets like an amazing angle to just drop on us and kill us. And that's exactly what happens this fight. Is the Pharah drops on us and kills our Zen.
Oh, we also did an ult track there. I remember because I was like, wait, we have an ult track, and then I was thinking about, and I saw Pharah going, like, oh, she has Barrage. And I called it out, but she Barrage like right this second time.
30 seconds.
I do think a lot of our problems on this map would have been fixed by just playing high ground. So many of them. You need to get healed. I just grabbed the Mega. You take one Pharah rocket, it's all over. Yeah, you win in on no health. This was just kind of troll.
It was kind of troll.
The Pharah hits you with one rocket, you have 7 health, the Ana finishes you off like it's nothing.
We needed to wait for Harp to go in there.
No, you needed to wait to get healed, or you needed to grab the Mega. And then you needed to wait for your team. Like, you do need to wait for your team here, but you also need to, like, be healed. Like, you have 127 health.
Oh.
Did you
for
not
some
see that?
reason... No, I saw, I was like, but I got orb. I was like, oh yeah, that kid, that's like an on the dart, right? It gives me full health, right?
By the time you get orbed... You don't get orbed, actually.
I got orbed for like
No, you
2
didn't.
seconds.
I just checked, you did not get orbed. And then I think this is already over. Yeah, you needed to wait to get healed there, and then wait for your team to stage properly, and you didn't do either of those. So like, you kind of just went in and died. Okay, but we have an advantage here. We just got to kill. So how come? What can we do about this? Okay, well Zapdos is fucked. That's really unlucky.
That was half a second off.
That is really unlucky. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I wouldn't use my Wraith also.
Exactly.
Alright.
Yeah, for some reason, I really like to stage low ground on Echo. Because I'm like, hey, I have verticality. They won't expect me coming up from under them.
Except it's just a worse thing to do because you have to spend that verticality to get up there when you can just be there and then use it to escape if it starts going wrong.
Yeah.
Like if you had fly there earlier, you can engage on that Winston and beam him from like way earlier. And then your team, like Liz takes way less damage. Your Zen takes way less damage. Like you get these kills, but it would have been so much more effective if you had just been there earlier, you know? And now you're down your Mercy, which is like the worst possible hero to lose early on, especially as an Echo.
Yeah.
Like this fight is not looking too good.
I don't really know how to play here if I have a Mercy, because the Mercy needs to be close to the Zen. But if she's close to the Zen, yeah, I can't be in a good position to that. Or maybe
well,
like
your Zen just needs to be in a good position, period.
Oh.
Like that's the first start. Like I like where he's playing now because he's in cover and he's close to a health pack, right? This is where he should be playing, not over here. I don't know why he was over here. But like playing in here, it's way safer. Like they have to expend a lot to get to you. Once this cart gets like start getting closer, you back up to the Mega and you play this line of sight. Then you can back up and you can play this line of sight, right? Or you can play like around here in this cover here. So like, you have options, and then this gives you also a really good control of this here as well. So like, this is where you want to be, and like, and over here you just get jumped by the Winston. So like, it's partially like him just not playing good angles. And then Liz has to go fly to him because he takes a shit ton of damage and dies. And then Liz dies for it. And then you don't have a mercy pocket, so you die for it. And then everyone's dead. And then that just doesn't work. Typically, you need people alive to play the game.
Usually.
Liz, what did Liz just do?
Let go of your mouse.
Okay, she turned her brain off on that one. She just flew across an open sight line.
Oh.
And then you did the same thing.
Yeah, I saw I was gonna assassinate the Zen, but then I saw the Widow. I'm like, oh shit, and I just left.
You need to commit to something there. The second you start getting indecisive, it's already over. You know.
I do that way too much. I do that a lot.
More staging low ground. And then you're shooting the Winston, which is arguably the worst target here.
Yeah,
and then both of your supports are dead to pulse.
My mind was like, I have to touch, and then the Winston is the first person I saw.
I wouldn't be the one to touch in that comp.
We're in this together.
Oh yeah, but they were. I don't think anyone else was.
I aim to devastate.
Or I didn't trust anyone else too. That's probably my bad.
Uh-oh, that's my bad then if you don't trust me.
Well, no, it's because you were on the supports, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't do that good.
I mean, in terms of the don't trust thing, I will say this: don't play for anyone's mistakes because no one on the team is gonna learn otherwise. Like if focus on you playing perfectly.
All right,
like,
I gotta say something. I gotta say something. All right, I gotta say something. We have to hurry this up because Squeak is ready, and I don't want to keep wasting his time because he has something else to get to. But okay, this is good because okay, you realize that you can't play this angle anymore. So you the Widow is expecting you to be there. So what you do is you re-peek from another angle she's not expecting and you kill her. Like, that's really good. That's what you should be doing.
Yeah, this
pretty sure you're just gonna die though.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
This happened to me, except I was the Widow that got fucked on this one. I was going against like a GM Widow.
Yeah.
And they just kept picking like every single angle that I didn't think they would be in, and I got fucked.
Fair. Right there, like, you gotta just hit the shots on the Mercy and kill her. She's flying in a very open, like, position where she's very punishable.
Yeah, I was very disappointed in myself for missing those shots.
I prescribe you 1 Kovacs.
Okay.
You need to be playing further back. Like, they can contest this area way too easily. Oh, and then you burn grapple on nothing.
Yeah, I grappled too. I misinput in the grapple.
There was a misinput!
There was a misinput. There was a misinput. Oh, no, nice.
You need to hit that.
Yeah, I know. I fumbled everything here.
He fumbled the bag. No bitches. No money. No aim.
Minions,
no SR.
No winches. No, for real, no SR. Oh, I was so depressed on that.
No
Counter button. Nice, nice. Oh, Joy got railed. Nice. You're an advantage now.
We can talk about that shot.
Did you know that he was going for pile drive here?
No.
Okay. You need to coordinate that, because if you do know that, that Widow's really free. Instead, Harp dies because of the Zen. And now you're gonna die to the Widow and the Winston. I would have rather seen you die here because now you're staggered.
Yeah, I don't know why I went out this way. Probably could have gone back through the building. I missed a shot here.
Oh no, there's no way you missed this. Okay, that's fine actually. That's not that important. Alright, you're an advantage again. When you get jumped by Winston, you need to grapple away. And you can't grapple like to cart because you're gonna die.
Yeah, I was trying to crap through the window. I just didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking of an exit strategy there.
Do we still win that fight?
I think so.
We have advantage. Like we still have spawn advantage. Don't peek it again. Oh, you okay? You just keep fucking up grapples here.
Yeah, I'm not thinking.
Honestly, there's not much I can say other than just don't fuck up grapple.
Yeah.
I like to switch to Tracer here on this much more closed spot, though. Nice. You go on the Discord target.
I was afraid to go in there.
There's nothing that can really threaten you in there.
Yeah,
Like, the two biggest threats to you are dead, the Widow and the Zen. Like, the only way the Tracer's killing you is a pulse bomb. And she's dead. It's just a monkey and an Ana, like, or Mercy. Like, this is a fight you're going to win. Okay, just cleaning up. How do you stage here? You get scouted. I don't know if I like this. I don't think this is necessarily your fault. I think the team just didn't know where they were going again.
Like you on Li Zhang, this is very obvious. But I was like not thinking about where I'm positioning that much.
What am I looking at? This needs to be like right here. Wait, is this where she bashed off? This might be where she bashed off.
This is where she bashed off.
She needs to just be like on top of the Zen.
I was focusing too much on macro here.
Oh,
and be
no
like,
way.
Oh.
If she's up there with a rally, you should survive. Like our Zen survives this.
Yeah. Well,
Again, I don't like this because we gave up. We're like, I don't know where Joy's playing here. This is confusing.
I was thinking about too much about macro and like my own shit was really bad.
So we have one person engaging over here. We have you over here, and then we have this happening here. Do you see the issue? Like, we're so split all the time on this point. I don't know what it is at this point in particular where we just can't ever group up. Like, we should just, like, I think it's just because we never control fidget spinner. We never control the high ground. And, like, this is, like, the most important part of the map to control on this point. So, like, when we never control it, like, we're just not going to do anything. And then you're forced out. And then it's kind of just already over. And now we're staggering like crazy, so they're gonna get map control. Yeah, like look at where they're playing, right? Tracer's marking this lane. They have the Mercy on cart because she can fly away pretty. What the fuck? They have the monkey up here, and the Zen's going up here too, right? Like this is how you play this. Like you just get up on high ground. And now you just have zero chance of winning this. Because they're all on high ground.
Our healers are pretty strong. There's some people.
Good stick. You have to mark the res. Okay, well maybe don't spend all your time shooting the Pharah.
Yeah,
like, there's definitely a better target.
Mercy, yeah. I was shooting her far because I'm like, yeah, this big target. I can kill it.
All right, I think we know what we need to go over then. Really, like or like what we need to focus on. It's just playing more together, knowing where your team is, knowing how to stage, knowing where to stage on high ground, right? So like all of that contributes to why this map was just not good for us. Like we didn't stage on high ground ever. We didn't like control any of the map. Like we just kind of like played at our like we kind of just played deathmatch, really. Yeah. All right, any last questions, comments, concerns?
Can I get like main points that like for me, not the
mostly just like play high ground.
Okay.
Like there's a lot of times where like your staging was just poor and your positioning was not great because you weren't playing on high ground.
Okay.
That would be like the number one thing to think about. Like on Echo, be aware of like where your team is, be aware of like your engagement timing. But that all comes down to staging, really. So like the number one thing for you to work on is just staging. Like timing is part of staging, positioning is part of staging. The execution itself is something the team will work on overall. But the one thing, like the two things I want you to focus on are being in position and being and like engaging with your team.
Okay.
And in position means on the high ground.
Okay.
All right. I think it's pretty straightforward enough. All right.